Guys, the game fundamentally is casual. That is just the way it is. There's nothing more, nothing less to it. This game is not a competitive game. With the state of the way the balance is in this game and how easy this game is, it's never going to be a competitive it's never going to be a competitive game. How bad the matchmaking is as well, the fact you can stack, the way the matchmaking inherently pushes you up. It's not competitive, right? Start on the rest comp needs nerfs. I mean, that doesn't fix anything though, right? Like, they just revert to the next obnoxious meta. Like, the game is fun casually, but when you're trying to play this, it's just like, you're trying to play this game seriously. It's just not possible.
That's...
This bug is so annoying, by the way. There's just no way that killed me, by the way. I was so sure that move wouldn't kill me. Marvel Rivals is finally dying. I mean, it's just like, it's not that it's dying, it's that it's just not gonna retain competitive players. Because it's not a competitive game. Like, they say 1% casuals quick play. I know, exactly. And that's what they want to do, then it is what it is. But it's like, the problem is if I ban Adam every game, then I leave Bucky open, and then I play against Bucky, and I can't play the game because the character has 3 more abilities than every other character in the game. Or I play against Namor, and then Namor just exists and kills me. Or I play against Hela, and she just lobby admins the whole game. Like, there's just too much shit to ban. What's worse, Prime Mass Mercy Res, Adam Res comp? Oh, like the thing is, Prime Mass Mercy comp was never even really that strong. Casual players are more likely to quit because they get bored. And I mean, the game fundamentally has pretty bad, like, I don't know. It's just like a competitive mode is always like the way to keep like your relatively hardcore players happy, right? But in this game, I don't know. I completely shit on the Star-Lord 1v1, and then he just presses E, heals in the full HP, then walks around the corner and 100-0s me as a support. Like, glad I have something to play with in Overwatch. I mean, the hero shooter genre is just like, I mean, part of it is that like hero shooter is not a particularly competitive genre, right? Like, there's a lot of mechanics in hero shooters that make them like really uncompetitive by nature. Making it like a competitive one is just like, I don't know, man. I'm back to OW2 with friends because the loot boxes and stuff, and it's so dog shit. I mean, Overwatch is so bad that like, if you're a fan of if you're someone who likes hero shooters, right? And you like competitive hero shooters, and you want to like take them seriously and competitively, then you literally have no options. Because you have, the competitive one is Overwatch, but Overwatch is so bad, it is insanely laughable. And then you have this game, it's a good game, but it's fundamentally and inherently incredibly casual. I mean, that's a massive strange, but we can't punish anything because of the soul bond. And you have TF2 that is even more casual than Marvel Rivals. It doesn't have a functional ranked mode. What even is this, man? Like, TF2 is the best in terms of like pure competitiveness. Like, TF2 has in theory the highest level of competition because it has the highest skill ceiling. But it's also just like not in any way funded by devs at all, right? Overwatch died the moment they started turning it casual. I mean, Overwatch died because the devs are incompetent.
I'm going for Mantis.
Ah. Doesn't it feel like yeah, when the reason the game died? I mean, the game was dead before that, though. The game was dead before they announced Overwatch 2. Try Stadium? No. Here's what happened with Overwatch, right? Overwatch's fundamental core game it released in 2016 was genuinely phenomenal. Yeah, that's TPing.
Oh, they have.
Like, Overwatch had an insanely good core game, and they couldn't get the balance right? And what ended up happening is that dive was meta for basically the entire existence of Overwatch for like a really long time, right? We went through a period where it was like of like not everyone was playing dive, but to be honest, dive was probably meta. It's just people didn't really figure it out yet. I mean, this guy literally has just headshot me 3 times in a row. By the way, like, what's the counterplay for this?
Humongous. One right. Patch.
I have faith, Chipsa.
GG.
And invisible one presses right click and I do zero them. I mean, it's just what's I don't know how I'm supposed to stay mentally sane playing this dog shit. Overwatch was game of the year. Yeah, like Overwatch was brilliant. Overwatch was fucking brilliant. A brilliant game, and then basically like as metas went in and out, like triple tank meta, dive. Basically dive sort of was solidified as the meta for a long time, and they didn't know how to fix it. They didn't know how to make dive not super OP. So what they ended up doing is they basically printed a character whose entire existence completely destroys dive. And then that killed the game completely, because yes, they fixed dive, but they added brig that just that's just completely spawned a brand new meta that just destroyed the game. Like, I don't know, like I need to find that clip actually. Actually, let me try and find this clip. But there was this fucking video of like Washington Justice versus London Spitfire. There was like a video of like London Spitfire versus Washington Justice, and there was literally 15 ultimates in a fight before a single kill. I don't think the no-score characterization will be the lack of updates. I mean, the lack of updates was not like the thing is that the Overwatch was dead. I've seen you go from 222p to 120 up again last 11 streams, having fun, such a mad dog shit. I'm having so much fun, bro. I'm having so much fun. Overwatch was dead as a game competitively, but way before they stopped patching the game. Yeah, like when they stopped patching the game for that 2-year period, that was like the nail in the coffin, but like the game was dead before that, if we're being honest. Like basically the game, when was the period from GOATs to when they added 222, like the game was basically like dead towards the end, and then they added 222, and like 222 brought the game back a little bit, but it never recovered really. Moira might be in the start. I mean, Moira's release basically had no impact on the game at a competitive level, because Moira's basically never been meta in Overwatch. She's always been really shit. She was like designed to be a casual hero. But it was like Orisa was added, which was like a super toxic character. Like Sombra was added, which was a super toxic character. And then they added Brig, and it was like Brig was just so like we had Brig meta for so long, and then we had Mercy meta as well. I don't know what came. I think was Moth Mercy was after. Do they have an esports player analyst in their dev team? No. I mean, they talk to the pros, but like the problem they have is they can't just balance the game around pros, right? Moth was Moth really before Brig? I don't think that's true. Mercy rework date. Ah, okay, so 19th of September 2017. Brig. Oh no, you're right. You're right. You guys are right. Because for me it was like, so yeah. So basically we had for Overwatch League, I remember season 1, and like around that time in the meta, we basically had what was why have we banned Psylocke? We basically had double sniper meta, which is probably the single worst meta in the history of Overwatch. When it was like Widow plus Hanzo plus Mercy. When like if you weren't someone who played Widow, your impact on the game was basically non-existent, right? It was awful. And then eventually that stopped, and instead what we got was goats. So we went basically from Mercy being the most ridiculously overpowered thing in existence to then Brig being the most overpowered thing in existence. So we just had this like horrible combination of disgustingly oppressive supports.
TPing left, TPing
Back to back, and it was just awful. It was just awful time. Widow quick scope. I mean, I remember Widow in like on release when I mean that shit was just like don't even talk to me about that time, bro. That shit was just awful. I don't like this TP.
What is this, brother?
Problem is it boxes us in so hard. Why would I give a flying fuck if they buff Widowmaker in Overwatch, bro? I know I used to stream Overwatch, but like I literally could not give a shit about what they do with Overwatch anymore. The game's completely dead to me. I was never last time I seen blinded by it, though. I mean, no one, like, I don't know. Like your perspective is just terrible because you just someone who likes to hate on it for the sake of it, right?
Okay.
Like the game is like Marvel Rivals is a really good game. It's just not a competitive game.
I use Invis first if we need.
It's fundamentally at its core casual. And the game is very good.
Yeah.
Like in terms of the way the characters feel, like in terms of like feels like you're playing as your favorite superhero. The cast is so diverse. It's so
Thor
unique.
top right. Thor top right.
No way that doesn't kill, by the way.
Thor.
Where can I? Hold for.
Walk up. Look at Thor.
It's just like when it comes to the game being competitive, it's just not right.
Alright, all's done. All's done.
I don't have it.
Shoot him.
I'm.
I mean that's fine. Like you don't have to like every game,
one.
right?
4-1.
But to say the game is bad, it's just
Assigning.
wrong. Like
Is that?
Name right side,
Animal?
name
it's just
right
they have a target audience in mind, and the game appeals really well to that target audience. It's just
Let's swap the Thor.
I think if you want a game to really be massive, you have to it has to be a competitive game, and it never will be. I'm so glad that this character's not banned, by the way.
Bro.
The way he literally just kills me without even seeing me on his screen. Terrible rank mode, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's bad. It has a bad matchmaking system. It has a bad ranked mode. That's why it's casual. Hope this game's future, even if it's casual, so it don't die. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think the game's been a massive success. I think the game is game does well, but I just think it's. I mean, the big issue is that the devs have openly, explicitly said that they basically don't care about competitive players, right? They're just focusing on casuals, and that's fine. You see, if you had a BP, they used bans for your aura. Why didn't you bring back the aura? Good times. Mostly because BP is like way worse than it was in Season 0. Should they care about comp? Of course. Well, I don't know. My philosophy on games is like if you don't... Tailoring a game around casual players is always a terrible idea. I think all of the games that are successful... Like, I mean, I suppose it depends on how big... I think it depends on how big you want your game to be. I kind of want to die because I want to go Iron Fist here. This game's longevity will... I think this game will have longevity just because the fact that the IP is so good, right? The IP carries this game so hard. But will it have like... I don't know. I don't think it will have like... Well, you see, the thing with Fortnite that was an inherently casual game is that it's also an inherently casual format, right? Like BR is always inherently casual, and they added so many like arcade modes and gimmick modes and shit to the game. I mean, to be fair, regardless, like this game has been a massive success. Like they will have made an ungodly amount of money on this game already. And the thing is as well is I feel like the running costs of this game are pretty low because they don't invest in servers, right? Because the servers are horrendous. The netcode is really bad. Well, I guess it just ties into the servers being bad. And they also don't have to work like they don't have to invest much into the like design team, right? Because the game is so basic. Like the characters in the game are so easy to design because you just copy them and
I need to be back.
you just you just port them in from huh? I wasn't even paying attention. All of a sudden I'm dead. And to be honest, the biggest single issue for me is the netcode. How bad the game is optimized is genuinely really stupid. It runs like shit. The FPS is like shit, and the netcode is like shit as well. Server one-time quality investment? No, you have to. If you wanted to increase the quality of the servers, it would cost them a lot of money, because they'd have to improve every single server's quality. But to me, it's a pretty easy workaround, because, in my opinion, the best way to do it is you just need to increase the server quality.
Read invis first, okay?
You just need to increase the server quality in high-elo games. How do you target quality for specific lobbies? I mean, you just do like it's the same thing as like in terms of, you know how like when everyone in the lobby is diamond, there's bans. Just do when everyone in the lobby is celestial. It just gives higher tick rate servers, like legit. Because that way the actual cost it takes is so much less than adding that to everyone. And the thing is that if you're a silver player, you literally won't notice the difference between the good service and bad service. You just don't have a clue. Nerf dive if they nerf Namo Luna. I mean, I just nerf Namo Luna for. I mean, I don't know. To be honest, I don't care. They don't like. I just don't care. What do you mean? I just don't know. Like I don't know what to do. I think they just look at the win rates and they just basically nerf and buff based on that. Like, why Magic got a nerf in the last patch just because of that? Melee characters are meta, I wouldn't be hearing all this bitching. Maybe, yeah, maybe. But what you're saying basically is that if the characters that I enjoy playing were anything close to playable, I wouldn't complain as much. Well, yeah, obviously. No, Dive. The thing is with Dive is that Dive won't be viable. Dive won't be meta. Unless they add another tank that's Dive is viable. Because like if you want to stop Dive, you basically just ban Venom. It means you just never play Dive, right? Like Dive is probably OP in this game. It's just that it's too easy to ban out. There's a lot of shit like that as well. Like a lot of the meta comps in this game at high level will be based on how safe they are to draft. I mean, to be fair, also looking at the pro games to what is actually so much strong in this game is also really flawed, because the pros in this game have very, very bad understanding of the game at this point. The meta is very, very, very unsolved. Like with like Dive is the thing is the Dive comp as a theory just doesn't make sense until there is more than one dive tank in the game. But because there's really only one dive tank in the whole game...
That's Scarlet, which they have the team up.
That was a nice dive actually, holy fuck. Just splattered their backline. People say like Captain America is like a dive tank, but like Captain America doesn't actually provide any real dive the way that Venom does, right? So like if there was like another character that was basically just Venom, like if there was just two Venoms in the game, then all of a sudden Dive will become much more of a problem, because then you can't ban it out every game, right? Hulk's kit looks very good for Dive. I mean, Hulk isn't really Hulk's kit. The problem with Hulk as a dive tank is that in order for someone to be a dive tank, they really need to have like the main two things I think they need to have a really long range engage, like a Winston jump, like a Venom, like a grapple slam, and they need to have the ability to be sticky. They have to be able to stick onto you with like pretty good consistency, like hard to peel, right? Hard to get someone off you. And like Hulk's jump just isn't quite long enough to realistically be a dive threat. Like he has to take an off angle in order to get the dive on you in the first place. And I also don't think he's quite sticky enough as well. Whereas like Venom is like once he's on you, he can attach his little rope to you and jump on you, and then like all of a sudden it's like super sketchy, right?
Adam dead. He has res though. Yes,
Holy fuck. So dive exists in this game because it's stolen or nothing dives with broken supports.
I got support.
I mean, dive exists, assuming that you have the right DPS.
Most likely win here. Nice.
Like, assuming you have the right DPS, who can actually like on a target who's being pressured by a tank can get the kill, then dive can be fine. I don't really know what that like. Obviously, like the most obvious one is like a Spidey, right?
Guys.
Like a Venom all in like jumps on a support and the Spidey right clicks the target, presses E and presses F, and that target dies. Playing Winter Soldier's really OP. It's just like the most consistent and well-rounded character in the game. Hella's also super broken. I mean, Hella is. I mean, for the longest time, I've been saying on my stream
The
for
happy
a long
little
time,
washing machine.
Hella is the single best character in the game. I mean, part of the philosophy of this game is like that if everything's broken, then nothing's broken, right? Like so many of the characters, like almost every fucking character in this game is like insanely broken in their own way, right?
Tempest on top. Where's the ult?
Strange will work in the Mag. I mean, yeah.
Actually, never mind, I'm not gonna.
Strange is a better character than Magneto. I just think Magneto fits in the meta better than Strange right now. Like Strange has so much in this kit, it's ridiculous.
Really...
I think Spider-Man gets his uppercut range nerf to be bad. Depends how much he gets his uppercut range nerf. Depends if they compensate for him. I mean, if they nerf him in any way, he'll be bad because he's already bad. Oh, that's fine.
We'll play.
Well, rip 50% of my ult. This ended up being good because now I get 50% of my ult back instead of 0% when it wasn't necessary. I mean, Spider-Man is trash as a character. Like he's really bad. He's just a noob stomp character, right? I mean, this is what I mean. It's like we have the Adam Warlock shit, and then we start banning Adam Warlock in our games. And then they play Namor Luna, and I don't get to play the game because they have Namor Luna. And then they have Bucky, and then I can't play the game.
Can work here as well.
Yeah, I mean he's right. To be fair, like people who one trick Venom Spidey are like turbo inflated because they just like it's such a crutch comp. I mean we just got the one tricks on the worst map that you can possibly get the one tricks. If it's pretty much any other map in the game, we probably win. I mean the thing ban I can understand, but like why the Loki ban? I don't understand. It's just like you have to ban Namor, and luckily we flipped that they ban Namor, and then we don't ban Bucky, we don't ban Adam, and they play both, and they just 1v9 the game. I don't know, man. This game is just so boring now. People who ban Loki actually drive me crazy. It's such a dog shit ban. The bans that I just don't understand. I don't understand why people ban supports, like support characters. Like it is such a waste of a ban to ban Luna or Loki. It's crazy. I think like Adam is the only ban that's justified on support, but like never ban like Cloak, Invis, Loki, Luna, or Mantis. It's completely pointless because like you ban Loki, it's like okay. Is Loki OP? Yeah, Loki's really good, so surely banning him is good, but it's like, he just plays one of the other broken supports and gets just as much value. It's a complete waste of a fucking ban. It's not like with DPS, like if you ban out fucking Bucky and Hela, let's say, it's like, oh, they can't just pick Scarlet Witch, who's also good. No, like 80% of the DPS cast is shit. You ban Luna, be better? Yeah, I mean, but banning Luna because you want to stop the team up is just it's such a dumb fucking idea. Because if you want to ban the team up, you just... Oh, we have fucking min-maxers on our team. We're going to cut rivals in them soon? Yeah, I think so. I want to wait for the next major patch before I make any decisions. Banning Loki's only just 5 to play Psy. I mean, banning Loki's only justifiable if they have someone who's like a legitimate only... Like, a guy who only plays Loki. Gearing for the WoW comeback? Damn right. Gearing for the V-Rising comeback. My DPS being shit. Magic fall off on a primary and if and... I mean, meta DPS's issue is just that range DPS characters are just too OP. Like, if you look at a character like, if you take a character like Bucky or Hela or Namor, like, they beat the melee DPS characters 1v1 in melee. So the melee DPS characters, they have to get into melee, and then they also need to win melee. Which is like, so you have to do twice as much, right? Right, range DPS just need to exist, and then even if they get in melee, if a melee DPS, they win most of the 1v1s anyway, right? I mean, reverse fall-off would be toxic in this game, but I mean, it wouldn't be like the matchups wouldn't be so bad if the melee if the aim requirement in this game wasn't so easy, right? Like how big the hitboxes are and the projectiles are and shit. Like it means that like you don't actually need to have good aim to land consistent shots, right? Like compared to Overwatch, where like you had to be pretty precise to land your shots. She can just jump over my head, by the way, and I have no legal recourse to stop her from doing that. And this is the problem with every game, bro. Like, if Hella's open, and they have a good Hella player, and you don't have a good Hella player, you just lose. I don't know, it's probably the most depressing day I've ever had of this game. I'm like so done with this game. I'm so fucking bored. Like, these games are just not anything close to playable for me. Time to get on Fortnite, time to get on Fortnite, real.